Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to a heartbreaking video. F for respect for these guys, F in chat, because these are truly heartbreaking battles that you just don't like to see. When you're watching them, you really want them to carry the team, you know, get over the edge, but unfortunately just doesn't happen these couple of games. They give everything, but that everything was just not enough. Now, our first battle on Canyon, we are watching a Mr. Nobody, and he is driving the T110 E5. Now, of course, with this map, if you can dominate the middle section where our guy is going here, then it can have a good impact on the outcome of the game. And you can really dominate this position. Now, unfortunately for him, the enemy E5 has also pushed in this position, and so has the VK. Now, the VK is not the best of tanks to push in here because it doesn't have the DPM, and the armor profile on the sides is fairly weak. But if you can get into this position with anything with a turret, anything with gun depression, then it is a truly amazing position. One of the best positions in any map to get on. Now, he is getting quite lucky because he is getting some side shots from these heavies, and the IS-7 there has gone full YOLO mode, but that is absolutely fantastic for Mr. Nobody because he's now able to get behind. Now, I probably wouldn't have gone for the VK there. I would have gone for the E5. The E5 to me is the most dangerous target, and it is the lowest of hit points, but he's going to go for the ram. He's going to bring him down to a one shot, and he is going to clear him. Doesn't lose too many hit points there as well, and now he can focus on this VK whilst he is trying to deal with the IS-7. Of course, he's going to trap him in the position as well, so he can't move anywhere. So he's doing great. I mean, he hasn't lost too many hit points just from that ram damage, and he is able to farm up on this VK thanks to the IS-7. Of course, the IS-7 is losing hit points, and now there is a tank coming behind, so they need to deal with this VK very, very quickly. There goes the death star on the enemy team. There's the Jaegeru, and now he's just going to back up a little bit. Seeing as the VK is a one shot, he's now able just to back up. He is going to take him out, and now he can deal with the Jaegeru with the grill with him. So he is going to now try and get behind the Jaegeru, which again is a great thing because the Jaegeru is now going to try and deal with the grill. So he's able to farm up from behind, leaves him on 39 hit points, and the grill should be able to take him out unless he just manages to get to take him out. So it's now a 3 against 3. Nice bounce there from the IS-7. His grill is a one shot, and of course, if he comes around the corner, the IS-7 will want to take care of the grill, as you can see here. Now, I would probably, at this point, I'd probably sit in front of his gun so the IS-7 can't shoot the grill, but he's not looking at doing that, and the IS-7 does take care. So that's one thing I would have probably changed. I would have just sat in front of him, taken the shot for the grill, and then they would have been able to take care of this IS-7 together, and the grill at this point would still be alive. So it's now a 1 versus 3. Here comes the E50M, and he is now going to take a shot from that guy, but he's going to get an unfortunate bounce there on that IS-7. Very, very unfortunate, and that bounce could have played a big difference in this game. So a full hit point E50M coming. There is also a grill somewhere about, but we don't even know where he is. We haven't seen him. He could even be AFK for all we know. So if he would have kept that grill alive when he did, I mean, the E50M would have taken out the grill anyway, but the grill maybe would have been able to take out the IS-7 quicker, so he would have been able to deal some damage to this E50M before the E50M done damage to him, and I think that would have made all the difference, to be honest. But here comes the grill, 7.6k damage, and now he's going to get one final shot into him, a little ram as well, but not really too much damage, and the E50M now is shooting HE, so he's going to get one block there, and that little ram there from the E50M still manages to push him above the 8,000 mark. So 1,600 block damage, 8,030 damage. Absolutely brilliant played, but I think just that little thing he could have done maybe could have changed the outcome of the game. So very good game, but very unfortunate as well. Next up, we are on Dead Rail, and we're going to watch the M6 Yo. As we know, the M6 Yo is a fantastic tank, absolutely fantastic tank. Now, we previously watched a video with the M5 Yo on this map doing around sort of 9,000 damage, and that was only a few days ago now. So he's pushing on the left side. Now this is very risky because there's 3 TDs on his team, and there's a medium tank and a light tank, so he's going to be at this position alone, but he does have his TDs behind him for cover, and the first tank to be spotted is the Kranwagen, and because of that that amazing reload that he has, the 1.7 seconds, he is able to get 957 damage done into the Kranwagen, and he has time to back up before the Kranwagen can reload his shells. So he's just sitting back here at the minute. There's not really much he can do. You can see the mini-map, the medium tank and the light tank has gone to the right side of the map, and he has now cover from his the AMX here. And of course he has the TDs at the back, so he can't really push, because if he pushes over this corner, then there's not going to be much that the TDs can do. He really needs to drag these guys out, just like he's going to do with the Chieftain Mark 6 there, because he needs to let his TDs have these shots. And of course, with this guy being a one shot, he is going to poke down and just clear that Kranwagen. He does get a nice bounce as well, but because he does get shot, he now knows that there is a TD in that position. Not quite sure what the E5 is doing here. What could he do different here? I mean, he is pushing. I know he's pushing. He's just about to reload, and hopefully if he does high roll, he can take out this Chieftain, but unfortunately doesn't high roll there, and now leaves the Chieftain on very low hit points. But we do have the AMX behind, and he is going to be able to take him out. So it is now a 4 versus 4 with the grill was up here, and the I think it was the E5 that was up here as well. So you have to bear in mind that, and of course there was the TD in the corner by the spawn area as well. So there's not really much you can do here, because if he pushes to the TD in this corner and the E5, then he's going to be 1 against 2, and of course he's going to be crossfired from the other TD, which I think is the Jaegeru. But it is now a 3 versus 4, so he has to do something, and there is the Jaegeru looking straight at him. He only just gets spotted, and the Jaegeru is looking straight at him, which is very, very unfortunate, and he does take a nasty shot. But he now does have the FV4005, and the grill just goes into a full YOLO rampage, and because of that, he's going to pay the ultimate price. Now he's going to switch to the HE. Hopefully he can get some big damage, and he can clear this guy in 2 shots, especially thanks to that ram there from the FV4005. But now it is a 2 versus 3. There is still the TD, the Jaegeru in the corner, or he's back, but he needs his help to win this game. He needs the Jaegeru's help, because he's now a 2 shot to this E5, but he's in a position where he can get these shots off. He's got a little section of the tank there which he can get that shot off, and now he's just, while he's on a reload, he's just going to push the tank back, get himself into a position where he can kind of hold down, and the Jaegeru does actually help. So it's now a 2 versus 2, 2,400 block damage, which is very, very good, and 5,600 damage. So now we need to cap, so we got that A base, and the medium tank is capping B base. So the Jaegeru has to be the one that pushes first, whether he pushes on the medium or whether he pushes on this this TD. He has to be the one that pushes first, because at the moment we don't know where the Jaegeru is. We only know where the 121 is. So he's a 1 shot to the Jaegeru, from the Jaegeru, sorry. He can take a shot from the 121, but we know where roughly the Jaegeru is, so he's going to go and try and find him now, and he's going to ignore the 121 for now. If they work well together, they can still do this. Now here comes the Jaegeru. He could have had the opportunity there to either track him or shoot that upper plate as he was going up that incline, but he's just going to wait to turn the corner. He gets a nice shot there, nice fire shot there, gets a second shot, and if the Jaegeru turns around now, he will be able to splash this Jaegeru with HE and kill him. So he's literally hugging this rock. He misses the shot, and now he is able to push this guy. You can see him getting as close to the rock as possible to get out the way from the 121, and he is about to reload his shell, and he is going to take his time because he doesn't want to bounce, and he does manage to take him out. So now they are winning on cap points. So if I was him, I would honestly ignore the 121 for now and try and get into that B cap, just to put a little pressure, a bit of pressure onto this 121. And if you're going to go and cap, at least then if the 121 does get behind this Jaegeru, at the minute the Jaegeru's doing a good job, he's not letting him get behind. But if they work well together, then they could easily do this, easily. And he just shoots there. Now, our Yo here always has to sit he has to sit behind this Jaegeru, because obviously he's a two-shot, and if he gets this next shell off, then he's going to be get taken out before he reloads. But this is the biggest mistake I think he's doing. With one shell, he's actually just going to run into him. He does get the bounce, but you know, I would have, if you're going to YOLO like that, I would have definitely made sure I had the 2 shells remaining to do this, because now he's on a big reload and there really isn't nothing he can do. And I mean, look at that. If he would have had the 2 shells, then it would have been game over. But here goes the 1-2-1, 1 HP, 900. They are now winning on supremacy points. The 1-2-1 has just to be very patient. If he just stays where he is, then it is game over. I would have thought that he would have waited for the Jaegeru to turn and he would have come behind and just got a little bit of extra damage, but he's not risking anything. So fair play to this WZ121. He had a really lucky game. I mean, 1 HP and he still manages to get the win. So very, very unfortunate. 2,000, nearly 3,000 block damage, and he does end on 7,700 damage. So that was very unfortunate, very unlucky, but it is still a loss. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. A few mistakes there that they made that could have changed the outcome, but you live and learn. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy. Catch you soon.
With